Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tier 4 race for Round 5 at Season 6 in Japan. Tonight it is brought to you by myself, Simba, also known as Mark, and I have another guest with me. That would be the Assistant Head Steward, Chris Bailey. How are you, Chris?
Hi mate, I'm good thanks, how are you?
I'm pretty good, especially after that podium.
Exactly.
It's always a good
Cracking
feeling.
drive, mate. Smashing drive, great job.
And also, very unusually, we have our very own Karun Chandok tonight as well, our on-track reporter. That would be Gavin Jenkins. How are you, Gavin?
I'm well. I've just got into my Parkhead Haggis Renault F1 annexed team and getting my setup ready. And I can tell you, it is dry for qualifying and race day.
Oh, so no rain? That's a shame.
No rain.
Gavin's always calling for rain.
Well, to be fair, Tier 1 and Tier 2 had rain, so they've taken all the rain away from us.
Oh, so we can't rain on your parade today. That's a shame.
Big shame, definitely. Especially after he's always calling for it as well.
Yes.
Yes. Gav, you don't be so kind. Give us a little insight about your track setup for this lovely event.
Well, interestingly enough, so the setup that we've gone with tonight, we have 6 and 10 in terms of the wings. So the front quite balanced, quite nice and pointy, but the rear end on 10 with the upper limit being 11 is keeping the car planted down through the S's and everything. Very much on 100% on throttle and 55% off throttle, and suspension's quite say it's a little bit more soft than most circuits, and the rear ride height. I'm running a rake. I'm running a Red Bull rake this evening, and tyre pressure's at the maximum. So yeah, an interesting approach for Japan.
Very good. Sounds a little bit more downforce heavy than mine, but if it works for you.
Yeah. Well, it may work. Ask me again in about an hour and a half.
It's definitely a track where overtaking is hard, so if you've got the grip in your head, this setup could be a good one for you.
Oh, definitely. Let's follow Melvin anyway. He seems to be the first one out. So just flying through the S's at the moment. He looks nicely planted as well.
He does. He was
last week.
Yeah, he was really quick on practice.
Just coming up to Degner 1 now. Oh, a little bit wide there. Degner 2 seemed quite well hooked up though. Let's see how he does coming up to the hairpin.
Crucially, he didn't invalidate there in the two Degners.
Yeah, very crucial, especially with where he took Degner 1.
Indeed. You can get away with it there, but Chelsea's got out of the way. He has.
Oh, that's the 200R, I believe.
It is. The unnamed 200R.
He's just going into Spoon now. He kept that nice. So easy to run wide there at Spoon.
There as well. Nicely done.
Straight down back straight. He's definitely got that low fuel, hasn't he? His light's flashing already. 130R looks good. Let's see how he does into this final chicane.
Late on the brakes, but perfectly done. Lovely. Nicely
hooked up that. So Melvin's going to come across the line and give us our first time of a...
It's a tidy lap.
130.8. Wow, that's quicker than mine was.
He's put the markers straight down. Everyone pay attention to that lap.
That is an stonking lap from him.
For a banker.
That is,
straight out the bag as well.
Wow.
Straight on the pace.
Isn't that about what Pearl was in Tier 3?
Not far off.
Yeah, because I think did we get into the 29s in Tier 1? I think we did.
We had a full back quality in Tier 1, so
we did, yeah.
Mindful was just beating with a 130.5.
Wow. I take it back. Tell you what, there's some pace in this lobby straight away.
I think Tier 3 needed racing line if it's that quick.
Just on board with Kellogg's. He's in the middle of 200R at the moment.
Yep, I'm just on board with him as well.
Very nice Ukrainian helmet as well.
Oh, a little bit wide there.
Oh, he's held it, but they'll lost him a lot of time there.
Yeah, definitely a good few tenths with how snappy that was. Got some other times coming in.
Oh, what's he doing?
Oof. We've got Gibbon on a 132.8, TJ Goodyear on a 133.5, Luke Shard 134.2, Necromancer 135.7, and Rob Smith 147.5. Yeah. Yeah, Kellogg's
So
has bailed.
Back Mezzo's in the final sector now. It looks like he's invalidated though.
He has been invalidated, unfortunately.
Chelsea's in the final chicane.
TJ Goodyear's retired. What happened to him?
Oh, collision, Giban and Necromancer. 5 place for Giban.
Oh,
that's an interesting one. What's happened there?
Oh, they're both off.
Oh, wow.
Looks like end of the S's.
Yep, Necromancer's losing it on the way back on track. What's happened there?
Gibbon's been disqualified. Let's jump on board with Gavin himself.
What's an idea?
He's just in the S's at the moment by the looks of it.
Yep, going through the S's, car felt a little bit heavy there, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, coming now through to Degner 1 and then into Degner 2, nicely done. Car feels just a little bit sluggish at the moment, trying to throw it in there.
Could the car be heavy due to the weight of 2 commentators sitting on top of you? Oh, Johnny Smooth returns.
It could be.
It could well be. I'm blaming the commentary team firmly on this one, but getting the power down reasonably. I think the setups, I'll be honest, is more akin to a race setup than a qualifying. I mean, coming through Spoon, it's just nicely planted in there. Maybe the front end needs a little bit of downforce added into it slightly, but we'll take it. I think it was about third in the speed traps yesterday in practice. So.
Yeah, one must comment on your helmet, seeing as you do love to discuss other people's. It's very Rangers. I mean Celtic. Of
course, it's the absolutely magnificent colour of the best team in Scotland.
And it goes fifth with a 131.2. Nice lap.
Ooh, notable mention. I must point out, Roundy on the medium, 31.1. That could be a very interesting time later on.
I did see he was on the medium as I went over the line there and thought, do you know what, that's a really good time.
He's got pace in him, clearly.
Definitely has.
That's worth watching him later on.
Just going in pits.
We've got Kellogg's on an out lap, currently going through 200R.
I'm just seeing how Johnny Smooth's doing, but looks a bit slow, so maybe he's on an in lap.
Yeah. So Kellogg's Snap Crackle 1 Pop going through Spoon at the moment. He'll be starting his lap shortly. Looks like everyone else is either in the pit. Oh, we've got Red Car Rambo on track actually.
Yeah, he was going a bit slow last time I saw him because he'd invalidated.
Yeah, he's on a 2 minute something lap.
He's failed
it. He's on a qualifying ban as his gaming demi dad.
Oh, he's just having a little warm up then.
He is indeed.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back on board with. Oh, where's he gone?
Hey Gavin, have we got a Japanese cereal name for Kellogg's this week?
You did have them the other day.
Big Frosty, was it not?
That was it. It was something Frost.
Yeah, Big Frosty.
I thought that were last week.
Oh, it could well be. I've kind of lost the track of cereal, to be honest.
You know what? Let's Google Japanese cereal.
Well,
I did that the other day and it didn't go well for me. All sorts came up.
Depends how you spelt it.
As long as it wasn't a 4-letter word, then you are all good.
Oh, I know what we're going to call him this week. The Cosmic Brownie.
Oh, that's the name. I love that.
So let's follow the Cosmic Brownie as he comes up to the hairpin.
Yep. Good exit.
Looked fairly well hooked up, did that?
It did. He's very stabby at the wheel.
Yeah,
Is he a controller player?
I'm guessing he's a controller player.
Yeah. Good line through Spoon. Ooh, right on the edge. Lovely.
That was lovely.
Good balance on the throttle. And a good exit.
These controller players don't have to get help with the traction though.
Especially if you've got the PlayStation 5 controller with the adaptive triggers. Really does help.
What's PlayStation 5? I can't afford one of them.
Have I just sold myself out here?
Yes, but I know Gavin's got one as well.
Yes.
I saved up all my pennies.
And he goes 7th.
It's a good lap.
That's a good lap there from the Cosmic Brownie.
Let's see.
That name's going to stick, you know. I think that might be his permanent name now.
Melvin's just starting another fast lap, so let's have a look at him again.
That'll be worth watching.
And then we'll swap between Mindful and Rob, I think. If you can go faster than that on the mediums, that is really impressive.
I'd say borderline terrifying. It's a lovely line he's got through the S's so far. Looks hooked up.
Well, Melvin was in Tier 3 last season, and I thought he became really strong towards the end.
I remember he actually started in this league the same weekend as myself, which was Baku last season. And he was relatively quick from the get-go. His confidence was where he was lacking. It looks like he's found some, which is good to see.
It's a bit like Gibbon. I think it's confidence with him.
Yes.
Because he's definitely come a long way. He's got some serious pace.
Yeah, because Gibbon raced Tier 1 at Silverstone last season, I believe. And he was relatively on the pace.
Oh, Mindful Wasp must have crashed.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
In the S's.
He's in it somewhere. I'm going to stick with Melvin just for now. I want to see how he finishes the lap.
It looks like he's in the turn...
Yes, on the outside.
4?
Is that 4? Yeah.
Oh, wow. He's nearly 3/10 down as Melvin. But that's quick for mediums.
Yeah, he's on a medium. That's not a bad lap at all. Gets a good line through here. He might find something, though. Ooh,
no, he's bailed it. Let's jump on with Rob Smith. He's on the lap.
Quick as well. Ooh, right on the edge there. Ooh.
That was a bit slidey, but he held it.
You know what? He was committed. I like it.
We've got to love commitment.
He's half second down the first sector. Ooh, very wide as they can see, but we'll let him off for that.
He didn't invalidate, so we can live with it. Let's have a look at the hairpin. That looks nicely hooked up.
There's a lot of different lines you can take of that hairpin. I like the tight line, but a lot of people like to come deep and pull back, or even just let the car run wide. There's so many different lines you can take there.
I tend to go for the tight line, but you've got to watch not to hit that curb, or it throws you onto grass.
Yeah, I like the tight line myself. Keep it neat. Don't let someone go up the inside of you.
That's a good lap from Rob though in the non-annexed team of Alpine.
Yes, the independent French team. We'll go with that.
No, this is the full-blown French outfit. I get special dispensation. I get to call him. He has.
He's lost a lot of time. Late minute on the pits.
Well, he was 6/10 down going into 130R anyway. Yep. So it kind of made sense to bail or go get a fresh set.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're close, you tend to give it a go, but...
Interesting, we've got a few people out on the mediums. Chelsea, Samble, obviously we've just seen Melvin trying on the mediums. Oh, Necromancer's dropped it at the end of the first sector, top of the S's. He's also on the mediums.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
Well, Sambal has to be on the mediums because he's Tier 3.
Yes. Carl is currently just on the way out. Obviously, tier 3 regs, he's on the mediums as well.
Just looking at Johnny Smooth at the moment, I think he's on a fast one. Don't know what his time's like, but he's just coming out of Spoon, so we can have a look.
I believe. Unless my data's lying to me, but...
Well, you never know with this game, do you?
Oh no,
he's 8/10 up.
It was telling the truth. There we go.
Well, this could potentially only bump him a position, maybe. If he can find another couple of tenths, he could go up to 7th.
Right on the edge there. Keep it tight. There we go.
He did it.
Good shout.
Well done. That was a good lap from Johnny there.
It was. Very tight lap.
Oh, it looks like our Gavin's going out again. Let's see who else we've got. Oh, Chelsea's up. Just going into Spoon, he's about 2/10.
He is. 2/10 up, yeah.
Let's follow him till end up lapping that.
Oh, he's
bailed it.
He's aborted. Interesting, his current best lap's on a soft. That would have been starting on a medium, which could have been an interesting strategy call.
Sambal's half a second up.
There's also Luke Shard in the final sector. Well, about to start the final sector. I'm going to just jump on with him now.
Yeah, I'll jump over to him and then we can swap back.
Oh, he's actually a second and a half down. Don't think he's going to...
Never mind, we'll jump back to Sambal then, see how he does.
Yep. Geki Matthews is also a 10th down his current lap.
Oh,
no, 10th up. Sorry, 10th up, sorry. Apologies, I lied. 10th up.
Sambal's just invalidated, he went really wide at Spoon. And tasted the gravel.
So easily done there.
Yeah, you get that wrong line, it just drags you.
One of the Ferraris has gone round, is that Sambal? Yeah.
Yep. Geki Matthews improves by a 10th.
Yep, I literally just jumped to him. Okay.
So Carl's just started his lap. Now, obviously, he's got to qualify on the medium, but we can stick with him. It could be an interesting lap to see.
I believe in Tier 3 he did a 132 something on the mediums.
Well, he's been cautious. He's just had to avoid one of the Alpha Tauris coming back on track. So it looks like he's pulled out of the lap, but let's see who else is on the lap. Yeah, Melvin's in the final sector. Half a second up on his lap. Oh, hello, here we go. Could this be the whole lap from Melvin? Yeah, final sector, final corners now.
I'm jumping back to him now.
Lovely line through the chicane. This looks planted.
Come on, Melvin.
Has this got pole position all over it? Yes.
Wow.
It has provisional pole.
130.2.
Now that,
what a
Melvin,
lap.
What a job, mate. Good lap.
Absolutely awesome. Let's jump back to Carl, see how he's doing.
Melvin was another one who said he absolutely hated this track.
You know what? I'm starting to think there's a trend here.
There is. It started with Bergen.
Bergen, you are the instigator. I'm going to call you out for that, but that's not a penalty point for me.
Are you sure?
Actually, you know what? For fairness, I'll take a 50. I'll take a permanent ban.
Carl goes 10th.
On the medium, 32.0. That's not
Let's
a bad
jump on
at all.
with the Haggis man, who looks to be the fraction up.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. I was down for most of the S's and then kind of picked up the green sector towards the end of sector 1. So
it's a good lap on the medium so far. Right on the edge, lovely.
Yeah, a little bit squirrely on end of spoon, but depends what it's done to the time.
yeah, at the moment I'm about 10th.
Oh, 2 tenths up.
2 down. I mean, sorry, I looked at
Yeah.
the tower. Sorry. Do I even know how to commentate? Lovely line.
Does anybody? We just wing it.
We do. This is true. Here we go. Across the line.
Well done, Gavin.
What a lap on the mediums. Oh,
And do you know? And I've just
lap.
well, I've just realised I've also still got 2.5 laps of fuel on board.
Now, why have you done that? And I believe you because your fuel light is not flashing. I believe you.
No, 2.36 it's down to now.
So we've got Notorious Kieran's currently quarter of a second down on his lap.
Rob
He's
Smith
backed out of his,
slightly
actually.
up.
Johnny Smith's on an out. Sorry, Johnny Smooth even. He's on an out lap. He'll just get across the line in time. He's got a bit of traffic in his way.
It's pushing it fine then.
Matthews needs to. Ooh, side by side through 130R between Johnny Smooth and Gecky Matthews there.
Ooh,
that was a bit tasty.
That's
that
a
was very
bum clenching
tasty.
moment.
Johnny Smooth did get through. Gecky Matthews' ARS light was flashing, so he probably shouldn't have forced it too much. He's pitted anyway. Right, so Johnny Smooth made it over the line with 3 seconds to go. Here we go.
Just going to finish the lap with Rob Smith because he's about 10th up.
Ooh, tasty.
He's
I'll
just
stick with
coming
Johnny
into
for now.
final chicane now. And he's 3/10 up, he goes second.
Wow, good lap. So some good
Who
laps
we got
from
on the lap
mindful
then?
Rob Smith and Melvin. So we've got Johnny Smooth in the first sector.
Back Mezzo's back
Oh, Johnny
off.
Smooth's backed out of it. Johnny Smooth's backed out as well.
I believe that's everyone then because back Mezzo's backed off.
Oh, Johnny Smooth just retired from the session midway through his lap.
Oh god.
Now, whilst it doesn't affect because that wasn't his fastest tyre, it is effectively against the rules, so I'm sure that might get brought up later, but we'll leave that there.
I suspect it will.
Back Mazo has bailed out of his lap. The mighty Gavin Jenkins has also aborted, or is he at full pace? I can't tell his speed.
108 miles an hour going round to 130R.
You took 130R literally as the speed rather than the radius, didn't you?
Yes.
You do realise that that's probably the fastest haggis in the world.
It's been
too fast for
hunted.
haggis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that is everyone. I do believe that is everyone.
It certainly is. We'll just wait for it to end and then wait for the race. So here's an interesting question that the stream can all get involved with. What do you think is the most unusual vending machine in Japan?
I know the answer. Me and Gavin had this discussion on Sunday whilst you were having your lovely race, Mr. Simba. And are we allowed to say this? Is this PG? We're past the watershed, aren't we?
It's alright, it's 9:09. It's all good.
Perfect. I believe these would be of a lady's panties variation. But I might be wrong. Or is it Pokemon cards? Is that the PG version?
I believe what you mentioned is a possibility, but there is. They seem to be a little bit mad on vending machines over in Japan.
Gav, you had a fantastic stat. Was it like 1 in every 20 people or something?
Yeah.
For a vending machine?
Yeah, exactly. They like their vending machines. Literally sells everything over there, including Haggis F1 cars. That's where I picked this one up from.
Oh, I was going to say, is this one you imported, or did you just buy it when you were already there?
I bought it. I managed to get some money after that podium in Singapore, so...
Oh, save the shipping costs. That's quite clever of you.
That's it. I'll tell you one thing, I look at Roundy on the mediums and Chelsea on the mediums in the top 10 as well as a really good and mindful Wasp as well.
No, 100%. Obviously, bear in mind that you guys know it's a dry race from what you said.
It's cloudy though.
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy. It is dry, but it's cloudy.
So cooler track temperatures even. So not quite as fast, but should be better for tyre wear.
Yeah, it's better for tyre sometimes, but it's not better for grip.
Yeah,
you're right.
But we'll see what plays out. Let's hope they can get through the first lap without incident.
That in itself is almost a victory, in all honesty here. Especially
I suppose if we get a safety car, we could carry on this vending machine talk.
A safety car? What's a safety car? We didn't get those.
I'm starting to wonder that after not having one in Tier 3.
Well, we didn't have one until the end of Tier 1, and that was only with the switch over from wets to dries.
It was weird because I know the setting is on, because I loaded up the setup from last week and just adjusted the damage and turned the line off. And we had a safety car last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Japanese marshals are really good at actually clearing the damage, but I think because this track's got a lot of runoff area as well, if you do lose it,
as well.
Yeah, if you do lose it, then fair enough. I'll tell you one thing: the S's are very slippery. Now I know we're only doing slow speeds, but they are a slippy thing. So those soft tyre runners who are maybe looking at those people on mediums, not including me, may have their advantage from the start.
So it's interesting to see. So starting the race, you got yourself, Gav, Roundy, Chelsea, as we mentioned, in the top 10 all on mediums. Then there's Carl and Ryan are both, and Gavin are all on the mediums, as previously discussed. But you've also got TJ Purgemaster, Demi Dads, and Luke Charger also all on mediums too. So good mix of strategies here.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to go for the mediums, but I only had time for one lap, so I just went for it on the softs.
Yeah. If in doubt.
If in doubt, flat out.
Exactly.
And that brings me to a joke that I'm going to credit to Carl on this one.
Oh God!
Here we go.
What are you if you drive a Subaru in reverse?
Oh no! Oh no!
You are a boss.
Oh God! See, to be fair, that's what Carl's driving tonight, a bus.
Oh, so you know what, Carl? I'll give you that. That was actually pretty good, mate. So fair dues, buddy.
Yeah.
Bit of a dad joke, but it goes with the theme. Gav's always pulling him anyway.
Well, I was going to say, wait until we get to America next week. Circuit of the Americas.
Just looking at the chat here, Mark Hodgson's not impressed. In fact, he refers to it as that joke. So
yeah,
I feel like you've heard that one before. Yeah. Mandy Grantham, is that your partner, I believe? She's corrected here.
It is,
the machine fact is 1 in 24 people. So, yeah.
That's why she's usually got the insights.
Yep. Bergen has pointed out that you were correct. It was faster than Tier 3's quality times. Interesting.
Way faster than Tier 3's.
Yeah, Bergen confirms it, so yeah.
We're just waiting for them all to line up now by the looks of it.
It's going to be an interesting helmet cam on Melvin right now.
Yeah.
On boarding Melvin, they've got that lovely look back on the helmet. I do like this new camera angle. It doesn't show you anything, but for helmet chat, it's perfect.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's a nice helmet.
Well, Gavin loves a bit of helmet chat.
Exactly.
Here we go then. 4, 5. And we're away. And TJ's got a jump start already. Looks like everybody's getting away
Good
nicely.
Start from Melvin.
Yeah, Melvin's pounding that. Mindful's past Rob Smith. Took him on the outside into turn 1. Who's gone?
It's Back Mazo has dropped it at the end, and we've also lost Sambo.
Ooh.
Both of them have lost it.
I thought we were all going to get through, but then.
Yep. Gibbon's got some dirty tyres, so it looks like he's gone wide too.
Melvin's stonking away already.
Yeah, it is really slippery on those mediums up the S's.
So it's a Haggis Alpine F1 3-4 at the moment.
Oh!
Kieran's got a time penalty already.
Yeah, he absolutely lost it. He lost it coming out of Degna too. I just seen him behind me. He must have got on the grass because he lost it.
Yeah, he must have done. He's got a lot of dirt on his car and tyres, and he's obviously right at the back.
Let's have a look at position changes. Ryan's had a cracking start. He's up 8 positions already.
Oh wow, he's up to 10th. Blimey. What a getaway. Carl's had a good start too.
Where's Carl? Oh, he's in 8th.
He's up to 8th. He's had a cracker too.
Yeah, he's pushing that Red Bull for all it's worth.
Adrian knew he'd be thanking him for that later.
I think he was thanking me for the podium, to be fair.
Oh, I'm sure he will, but he's not one to wait around with further plaudits.
Could be a nice Red Bull party after this race.
Most likely.
Looks like Mindful Wasp's keeping with Melvin.
Yeah, those two are comfortable at the front. Oh, both of them go wide at turn 1 there, interestingly. Both pushing clearly. So just looking back at Mindful Wasp from Melbourne's camera, you can see straight away that the Haggis/Alpine duo are not quite in the same race after the first lap, but this is a long race, it's not a sprint.
True. It's
TJ.
We're going the long game.
Oh, Notorious. Oh, sorry, Mindful's going for it on Melbourne into Degna 1. Melbourne's gone off track. He's given him room.
How's it going?
Melvin's had to give full room. He's actually gone off track again. Mindful has taken the lead. Meanwhile, TJ and Notorious have both pitted from the back.
I believe Mindful's a new addition for a full-time seat.
Oh, well, he's having a cracking first start. If that's the case, it's a cracking start.
Yes, indeed. He's reserved a couple of times in Tier 4 this season, but yeah, he's fully deserved.
That's why I get confused, because he's always in a different car.
Well, he's definitely put himself on for a good show today so far. Up 2 places after 2 laps.
Still think he should have been in a Red Bull.
Well, agree to disagree.
Well, might be the only tier we get proper glory in.
Well, unfortunately in Tier 1, Alex has not had the most success this season so far. And G-Stars had mixed finishes as well. They've both been caught up with a lot of other people's collisions and things, not necessarily their fault. Tier 2 again, yeah, you're right, it's been challenging for them.
Yeah, I mean, Fanning's had some brilliant qualifying, but
again, he's got stuck with other incidents in the races, and Vans has had, again, similar, and obviously had to miss the race on Monday, a very unfortunate circumstance for himself.
I thought Vans was in Mercedes, or is that somebody else?
Isn't he? Oh shoot, he is, sorry, he was in Red Bull last year, my error, my apologies, everyone.
I can't remember who the other Red Bull is.
People changing cars is just too confusing for me. We should all stay in the same car. Oh, it's Dumbest Hornet, isn't it? Dumbest Hornet, because I believe he won in the end, didn't he?
Oh yeah, it was Dumbest Hornet.
It was Dumbest Hornet.
Oh,
yeah.
Purgamist has just lost it, coming out of Degna 2. That was unlucky.
Still there as well.
I'm trying to see if he's got any damage.
He's lost some wing. Well, it looks like it anyway, because he's well,
oh, his end plates are intact.
Yeah, well, but I saw a picture of bodywork on the track, so I'll have to see if he picks this lap.
Yeah, Rob Smith ran slightly deep into spin, but he's got a slippery Alpine in front of me.
You got Roundy coming up the rear.
Yep, Roundy's on those mediums is a little thorn.
Very well placed, both yourself and Roundy on the mediums. Very well placed. If you know, something was the opportune safety car was to come later on the race.
You find safety car. The soft advantage doesn't last long here.
No, it doesn't. And Rob Smith's ERS is already flashing, as I'm sure Night Shadow Gavin can confirm.
Yep.
14% is down to.
Hunting him.
Just jumped on board.
Oh no!
I just jumped on board with you. Oh, Gav. Oh.
It's alright. It's alright.
This is why we don't commentate and race at the same time.
Guys, another interesting fact here, Carl is now up to P5, must be pointed out. He's jumped a few more places. Ryan's up to P9. And Demidad's up to 10th as well, so good progression from all of those guys.
Again, I come back to this. I think if you get even slightly on the curbs through the S's, you can have it. Oh, we've got Ferrari Sambal, or is it off at the hairpin?
Sambal, he's gone off.
Yeah. It looked like he was on for a move as well.
Yep.
I know just jumping down to him,
but I still feel like actually be called Kobayashi curve. After he had a few good overtakes there one year. I think we should name it after him.
Let's jump on board with Chelsea because he's hounding Johnny Smooth at the moment.
He is. Johnny Smooth on the inside. Oh, he's backed out.
Oh, he's got the move done going into 130.
Johnny Smooth backed out in 130R with Chelsea pressuring him. So he felt pressured.
But then again, it's going to give him the DRS.
Could that have been the long game?
Is it a sensible move?
It's a good exit from Chelsea, but Johnny Smooth is within range. Here he comes.
Let's have a look. Can he get it done?
Speed.
Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it.
Oh,
on the outside.
Oh, Chelsea backs out.
He's got it done.
That's sensible from both of them on both occasions. But good fighting, good racing.
Definitely. I think that was a tactical game, that one.
Oh. And interestingly, it looks like Johnny Smooth just let him deliberately go. Oh, look, Kellogg's is gone. I was looking back from Chelsea and Kellogg's has dropped it in the S's where Gav lost it. And, interesting, Johnny Smooth's gone with him. Johnny Smooth went with him. So that promotes Rambo up to 7th, Demidad to 8th, Kellogg's has now dropped back to 9th.
Yeah, Johnny just came back on the track, and as you ghosting, and you get that moment where it goes back into full non-ghosting, and just a little tap on the haggis.
There's a nice big 5-second gap between 5th place Carl and 6th place Chelsea, interestingly.
Looks like our closest battles are Rob Smith and Roundy, Geke Matthew,
yes,
Kellogg's and Johnny Smooth.
We've missed it. Rob Smith has been passed by Roundy.
But that's why it's the closest battle.
Yeah, Rob Smith has been passed by Roundy, but he's all over him. But he's got neither of them got any ERS left. Oh, I lie, actually, Roundy's got some, but Rob Smith's got absolutely nothing left. But he has got DRS.
Let's see how this plays out then. Depending on your setup though, this DRS zone isn't brilliant.
No, and you do need a fair bit of ERS as well. Roundy's not defended it, but Rob Smith doesn't quite make the move. He pulls out rather sensibly. It's such a hard corner to make the move into. Oh, back Mazo pitting, Johnny Smooth also pitting. It's quite early for a soft change.
Oh god, I've just seen the joke that Avinash just put up on the YouTube chat.
Oh, I'll have to have a little gander. What's
just had a double knee surgery in Japan. Guess you can call them Japanese.
I'm just going to put it out there. I think that's a 20-point licence penalty just for.
No, it's a race ban. It's a race ban.
Well, I was going to be nice, seeing as some people seem to think we give stewards light penalties. I thought I might just do that for sheer fun, but no, jokes aside. But that is poor. Avinash, come on, you've got some taste, lad. You can do better than that.
It's nice to see him getting involved, though.
Yes, no, jokes aside. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. It's better than my joke.
It's interactive. Let's have jokes aplenty.
Yeah.
There's a huge. I was going to say sorry. I was going to say there is a huge difference in the track evolution between qualifying yesterday and the race just now, because the track has basically no grip for the mediums.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm lining up Geki Matthew here coming down the back straight, but even going through Spoon, the car just doesn't want to land properly.
Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile, I thought you were going to try inside there.
All over Chelsea too.
If you keep an eye on that, I'm just on board with Gavin at the moment. See if you can get this Geke Matthew.
Rambo's
right up his diffuser.
Oh, Chelsea's gone wide. Rambo's up inside them.
Oh, he's alongside.
He leaves him a lot of space, but he's through.
Well done, Gavin. He's got him into turn one.
I was having to watch it. I thought he was going to try and come back up the inside there, but
Avinash is working on it. He says I can assume he's working on jokes. I'm looking forward to hearing the outcomes. Other people also please bring jokes, not just Avinash, but
Bring your jokes. If we like them, we'll put them live on stream.
I think even if they're poor, we're probably going to still air them. We'll probably air them just to name and shame you, if anything. But,
well, yeah, why not? It's all fun and games.
Exactly.
Let's have a look at Gaming Demidad. He's up to 8th and he's right on the gearbox of Chelsea at the moment. Just coming around 200 hour up towards Spoon.
Interestingly, Mindful, since passing Melvin on lap 2, he's slowly eked out the gap to 2.4 seconds on Melvin. So there's not a huge gap, but, you know, he's looking relatively comfortable at the moment.
I think he's enjoying that Mercedes seat.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. And Roundy's now starting just to edge away from Rob Smith, though I'd say the softs maybe are not quite in their peak anymore, because Rob's not able to fight Roundy now.
No, this is about the point I noticed they were going off and I was really struggling in the S's. See, the letterbox is wide open. Can he make it work?
Oh, we have some.
And he's got him.
Mark Hodgson. I'm not falling for it, Mark Hodgson. But I'll read it out anyway, just because I can tell you really want me to. I asked the Japanese chef how to make a good bowl of ramen, and he said, "Let me show you."
What?
That's the same kind of lines as Martin was last week with the creamy soup.
I don't know, Bergen. Where do bad rainbows go?
I don't know.
Oh, looks like Cal's just got Rob Smith. Oh, Rob Smith had a moment.
Oh,
I've just seen him rejoin it track.
Oh, he must have gone off at the hairpin. Oh,
Prism. It's a light sentence.
Really?
Oh, God.
Really? Oh, no. Oh, your dearest has also put one in here. You could say Japanese car fans and ancient Egyptians are alike. They both worship Datsun.
Oh.
I like that. You know, that's my favourite so far. I'm going to give her that one. Yeah, Mark Hodgson, I like Bergen and Mandy's. I'm not a fan of yours. That was a cheap shot at me there, lad. But keep them coming.
This race needs a safety car and we've got a Merc in the pits.
Did someone say safety car?
Yep, Merc in the pits though. Is that Mindful?
It is Mindful. He's on the mediums now. He's on his way out.
What's going on here with Samuel and Geke
He rejoined Summer with you. He's just on his way out the exit now. You should see him on your right. There he is.
Yep. He's there in front of me.
So the fight is on, Monsieur Gavin.
The fight's been on since the little S's debacle.
Cosmic Brownies just pitted for a set of mediums.
I almost had to ask you who that was for a second, but then I recalled. I just remembered.
I had to flick back to Google to remember the name we'd given him. Let's have a look at Gaming Demidad, still chasing down Chelsea. Seems to be our closest battle.
Yeah, I'd agree. And they're not far behind Ryan as well. He's starting to slowly pull away, but he's still in the mix.
Yeah, that's where the Tier 2 comes in. I remember from having him as a teammate last season, he's really consistent.
He is.
Even if he's not the quickest on the day, he's very consistent.
Yeah, I mean, he stepped in Tier 1 a few times last season, and he is proof of the pudding in this league that you do not have to be the fastest one-lap racer. If you can consistently pull out a lap time, make mistakes very rarely, or none, you will get points, you will get performances. Demidad is looking at a line on Chelsea now. Ooh, he's sent in the dummy.
You better sell him in the dummy and get the DRS instead.
Yeah, exactly. Chelsea will be very vulnerable here. He got Twitch in the exit. Out of the DRS, Demidad, surely this is an easy pass, and it is. It gives him lots of space to be safe, but he's definitely through. Chelsea the lunge to come back.
Yeah, he keeps fighting it.
I like the hunger, but he is through.
Nothing wrong with being hungry, as long as you're not silly with it.
Exactly. We like the aggression to a point.
We don't want to see these moves in the steward's room later.
No, but we do want to see them on track if they're clean, and that was fine. I have no issue with Chelsea going for that. That was a fair game.
I'm looking forward to a nice easy night.
Yes, that's not an invitation for anyone who fancies stuffing it into a wall or another driver. Please do not. You'll make me cry until midnight.
You might make the harsh penalties come out as well.
No comment. Yes, definitely.
Do you know the mediums kind of go through a kind of graining period? Oh, who have we got there? That's Chelsea. Oh no, that's all right. Yeah, Chelsea's had a moment coming out of the hairpin because he's now in front of me. Well, he was in front of me anyway.
Got past him as well.
Yeah, so there must have been a moment coming out of the hairpin because all of a sudden Chelsea is there.
So just a little flick through. We've got both Back Mazo and Notorious Kieran are both on the hard at the moment. That's because they pitted early. Melvin's pitted. Melvin's just diving into the pits, and Roundy sets the fastest lap at the same time. This race definitely is on as a strategy game.
Yeah, the mediums do definitely come back. They go through a period of graining, but then they do come back at you.
Yeah, that period of graining is awful. It like tells you it's dummy, like that's it, I'm dead, you need to pit.
Yep.
And then a lap or two later they're back in full motion. Oh, I think that was sensible to back out, but
going to get him?
He's got him.
Through. Good move, Gav.
I will be honest, I kind of sent a bit of a fake dive up the inside of one, and that probably spooked, but I didn't go for it.
So Melvin's coming up your rear as well very shortly. He's the next one to attack Chelsea. I suspect Chelsea's sides are probably struggling a bit here.
He sounds very Max Verstappen-esque as Melvin. I spoke to him for the first time last night and genuinely thought he was Max Verstappen.
I called him Minimax the first time I raced with him, which was last year in Baku, and he personally liked being called Minimax, so yeah. Melvin aka Minimax.
Driving for the Stars and Stripes of Haas.
Indeed.
We just need to get him in a Red Bull now.
Oh, he does like Red Bull, because obviously he likes Max, as he's mentioned.
The lad's got taste.
Well, I'm not saying it's good taste, it's some form of taste.
Do you not think though, Ren, I'm going to pose this question just whilst I'm going through Spoon, right? And my brain's thinking. Isn't it a bit early for the soft runners to have pitted on lap 8, 9, 10?
Well,
10, 11 is about right.
The mediums can do the distance. The mediums can do the distance.
Yeah, they can.
Had it been dry, Rob Smith's pitting, your teammate. Yeah. I was planning if it was dry to pit 9 or 10 on the softs, if you include qualifying. But yeah, obviously it depends how much tyre you want to have at the end of the race. If there's a blessed safety car, then that can completely change.
Yeah, I may be wishing for that. I'm not gonna lie.
At the moment, you are currently obviously having this fight with Chelsea and Melvin, inadvertently with the DRS, etc. And that's rather ruining Melvin's race with Mindful, because he can't quite pass Chelsea because he had DRS on yourself. So Melvin might not be your biggest fan for the next week or so.
It's got nothing to do with me. I'm in my little haggis in my little Parkhead zone, being quite happy.
Mark Hodgson just said lap 10 is probably the best lap to pit.
Mark Hodgson? Ooh, well,
I personally went lap 11, and I think I maybe should have gone a bit earlier.
I'll tell you what, Chelsea's defending well from Melvin. Just seen a nice cover coming up to the hairpin there. I'm really confused that I keep looking at other people's races as I'm racing.
Look, so Daniel McConville is willing on his good friend Wasp. That'll be Mindful Wasp, I'm sure.
Yeah, it will be Mindful Wasp, that.
Bergen's pointing out that Demigod, everything is catching. That's a good move from Melvin at the inside of 130R on Chelsea there. Very brave, very clean from both of them.
Very, very Gavin, brave, that one.
Gavin, you're next. That's what Melvin's saying. I can hear him, I can feel the energy. So,
and I want to jump up to Demigod and have a look.
Pits. He's a lap down. Mindful's got a penalty going wide to avoid Necromancer, who's a lap down. Necro needs to get out of the way, and he does. Luke Shard is next. Oh, Necromancer's lost it in the S's.
Yeah,
fresh
seen him lose at the S's.
Gotta take it steady.
Yeah, and Luke Shard now needs to get out of the way for Mindful as well.
Oh,
he's a lap down.
What's happened to Rob Smith? Because he's just back in the pits again.
Oh, I'm just going to jump down and have a look at him.
Sorry, I just seen it flash up in front of me.
Wing change.
This isn't good for the Renault engined cars.
So there's an interesting fight between Gav's favourite boy band, the Willy Boys, P13 and P12. TJ and Johnny Smooth are having a little fight, and Samuel's getting involved too. Samuel's getting involved too, little three-way tussle through the S's. I'm not sure why you call us the Willy Boys, but us William drivers, we have a lot more respect than that, surely.
Because Willies. There you go.
I mean, I see your logic, but I tell
It's
you
like
what, actually...
the Ferraris are the Italian stallions.
Well, that I can't argue. Johnny Smooth has dropped off of TJ slightly. Samble was very much up his rear of his Willy Boys car.
Be very careful how you form that sentence.
I'm really this all taken in the way that you wish.
Melvin's about to have, mate.
Just going to jump to Gaming Demidad. That seems to be a close battle.
Yeah, Melvin's up the inside of Gav.
Yeah, it's a battle. There's no point in fighting that battle because he's just got more grip at this point, and you just lose more time trying to defend.
I mean, with what, 2 laps mediums versus 13 lap mediums?
Yeah.
Yeah, Perjmeister's just chucked it into the pits. He's getting rid of his mediums. It's quite early to get rid of him. He's going on the hards.
Yeah,
so he's struggling for the tyre pace too. There's a few people have done that today. You've also got TJ dropped in. Let's see if he's doing the same.
Yeah, let's jump on board with him and have a look.
Yes, he's currently on mediums, and he is also
going hard.
A lot of drivers are going medium hard in this Tier 2 race. Ooh.
Let's have a look at the penalties then.
Ooh, there was a little lag glitch there.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. It was like he jumped. So penalties, we've got Mindful Wasp, Johnny Smooth, Rob Smith, Back Mazo and Geke Matthew on 3 seconds. And Melvin's just got 3 now. CBG, Notorious and Necromancer all on 6.
It's not too bad, nothing... Oh, Notorious Kieran's just dropped it at the top of the S's and he's in the wall.
Oh, is that going to be another pit stop?
I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's got damage, however, you can never be sure with this game when it comes to damage. You can never be sure.
But he's not missing an end plate, so if he has, it's only minor. But through their S's, it's going to be awful. Oh,
yeah, I don't see any
looks
damage,
like Ryan and Demidad are having a bit of a tussle with Mindful Wasp.
They are. Well, it looks like Ryan's just a bit ahead. But Mindful was all over Demidad like a rash.
I briefly saw it on the timings. It looked like Ryan and GDD swapped places. Then GDD dropped back and Mindful had to go at him.
Yes. There's another tight fight back down the field.
CBG, is it?
All over the back of TJ. Oh, and CBG on the back of Kellogg's / Frosty. Yes.
Slash whatever he's called this week. He's got him around the outside.
Turn 1. Wow, good move. So just jumping on board with TJ and Rob Smith, because they're on DRS straight 2 now. TJ's a bit far back, but he's got plenty of DRS, as has Rob, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he's too far back to make that work.
Yeah, he's got a good overspeed, so maybe next lap if he keeps it close. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Looks to be cleared.
Yeah, it looks to be something and nothing, that one.
Yep.
Tell you what, Melvin's not driving away.
No, interestingly, boys, Randy in P1 still going on that set of mediums.
I'm going to jump back to GDD because he's about to line up Ryan for DRS. But he's got Mindful Wasp right on him.
There's a little tyre count here. So we've got Randy, Carl, Red Car Rambo and Sambor are all still going. As is yourself, Gav, Chelsea and Gibbon. All going from the start, still on that same set of mediums.
Mindful Wasp's got it done.
Got yellow 6-2, exit spoons. Someone's gone round. Who is it? I think it was Necromancer went round the exit spoon.
Yeah, it looks like a white car.
Yeah, it was Necromancer. I've just gone back. He's on the run down to 130R.
Well done to Mindful Wasp. He stuck it on GDD round the outside at turn 1.
That's a great place to go for an outside move. Fair play.
Let's have a look at Gibbon. He seems to be right on the back of Sambal.
I mean, yeah, the Demidad Wasp and Red Card combination is so close right now into the hairpin. Mindful's got inside of Rambo, and he's got him. Can he get out on the exit? Was Red Card coming back? No, Ryan's come back.
Johnny Smooth's just gone in for a set of mediums. Let's jump up to Ryan and Mindful, see what happens there.
This fight's getting tasty into Spoon. We've got the yellows in sectors 1 and 2.
Don't try going down the outside there, Mindful.
Oh, Demidad just went into the inside. There wasn't a gap there, I have to say.
Oh.
I see why he wanted to go for it, but that was always going to be a closing gap.
Looks like Mindful had a bit of a moment at Spoon. He's dropped right back.
Yeah, it was Mindful and Demidad, sorry. Demidad went for the move on Mindful, who went wide, and
had a bit of a tussle, didn't
they both, Demidad dropped down the order and Mindful lost a bit of time to Ryan. That's given Ryan a little bit of breathing space on what is a much older set of tyres.
Shall I predict now that we might end up seeing this in the steward's room?
I will 100% expect to see that in the steward's room later from both parties. If you're listening, please record your footage, everyone. Gentle reminder, it saves you and I and all the stewards and everyone else a hell of a lot of time later.
Yeah, we'd all like an early night.
Plus, you're less likely to get a penalty if you have your footage.
Exactly, especially if it's defending footage.
Yes. Now, interestingly, I've just noticed Melvin was 5 or 6 seconds thanks to Gavin's extreme defending with Chelsea from him. Redcar and Demidad and Mindful's fighting has allowed Melvin to quite literally get right up here. And Gavin, admittedly, still needs to pit, but is also back in the fray here with these guys.
This is about to get tasty.
This fight here is also about to, definitely getting tasty. Meanwhile, Roundy and Carl have got quite considerable leads at the moment, both of whom would come out. Oh, Roundy's pitting. I think he's going to come out just behind Gavin. Maybe P6.
I guess so.
And he'll be on brand new soft, surely. He's going on a soft. He is, so he's going to be very fast now for the end of the race. To quote Brundle and Hamilton in Hockenheim in, I think it was 18, 19.
Ryan's just bailed for pit.
That's going to be one fast car. Ryan pitting 2, yeah.
Which means Carl's now leading.
He'll be happy with that. I'm sure he will love to tell everyone about this strategy he's pulled here, and it's a good strategy. I like it. Going long definitely does work if you're Sergio Perez, and he's in the right car to be Sergio Perez.
Definitely is. He keeps referring to himself as Sergio Perez because of his defending.
Yes. From an each point of view, Sergio Perez does have a lot of rear end. It's quite clear.
And Carl's always saying he's got the extra wide wing package, so it works.
Yes. So yeah, Mindful's now obviously got a bit of free air now that Rambo's pitted. Melbourne's sticking with him, and our regular Harrogate Ether is just behind them too.
Yeah, this is gonna get interesting, right? Because there's 9 laps to go. Those putting on the softs will have a lot of pace. The mediums, I don't know, they're okay. They're nothing spectacular though. But they're not.
Roundy's really actually a lot closer to you guys than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, the lead of the race for him now is less than 3 seconds away, and he is on much faster tyres than everyone now.
Yeah.
This is a race he could win.
Bearing in mind, Mindful and Melvin have both got penalties as well.
Yes, exactly. He doesn't need to make the move to make the win. He just needs to play the cards right here and not get held up by a certain Jenkins.
Nope.
Mr. Jenkins has just pitted.
That's a very kind gesture of you there, Mr. Gavin.
Yeah. It's the right turnover time as well, to be fair.
Yes, definitely. You got a nice little burn on the softs for the end here. Get a fast lap in.
But what, nice 8, 9 laps that?
Yeah, you'll be plenty.
Why have we got yellow in sector 1?
Where's Ryan? Oh, he's coming down the pit straight. He'll get me though.
Here we go. I'm on board with Mr. Rumbo.
So nice.
Yep, he has got you. Although this could be tasty between you both. He's not out of reach. Demidad with a 31.4 fastest lap. That's a good lap. That's a very good lap, actually. Right,
Chelsea's
Mindful
up there
has
in
lost
fifth.
some time. Mindful's lost a fair bit of time, actually. Out of nowhere for Melvin. He's right behind him now through the Degners into the hairpin.
Oh, let's have a look at that.
Right on him. And Rowdy's there for company too. Mindful's twitchy in the hairpin exit. I can see something coming from at least one if not 2 vehicles before the end of next lap.
So it looks like both Gibbon and Cosmic Brownie have gone in the pits. Both getting softs. I wonder when Carl and Chelsea are going to pit. 18 laps
Roundy
on their
has
mediums.
such good drive out of Spoon on Melvin and Ross. Mindful's out of ERS, as is Melvin. If you're Roundy right now, you just have to surely wait and see what happens with these two. They're side by side in the hairpin in the chicane. Melvin goes on the outside of the chicane. I've gone through by Melvin.
Oh!
Melvin takes the line and crosses over Mindful was. Oh my god, what's a...
Mindful,
wow.
what must have damage is dive straight for pit lane.
Oh my gosh, wow. That, I think...
He has wind change.
I think the stream just caught that at the perfect time. Roundy played a blinder in terms of waiting and playing the long game there, and it paid off because he's now got the lead on track and a very commanding gap to the guys behind.
Carl's the one in second.
And the big winner here is Mr. Night Shadow as well.
In third.
After his little moment earlier, he's back up into the podium places.
Do you know, in each of the 3 races I've raced in the Tier 4, I've had little moments to myself. And I think that's my success. Have a moment to myself. It makes me snap into life. Although admittedly, the last time I commentated and drove, it didn't end well.
We've got to remember that Carl, Ryan and Gaming Demidad are all going to take position penalties for being higher tiers.
Yes, they are. So right now, I have to say, Mr. Jenkins, you're very well positioned, as is Chelsea. Chelsea's really well positioned. In fact, right now, Chelsea could be on for a podium too. Because Melbourne's got a penalty for his track limit infringements, we'll put it.
It's 3 seconds, so he needs to pull away from Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea's not far behind him. Obviously, Melbourne's just
2.5 seconds, so he needs to pull a bit.
Got fresh tyres on, so, you know, Chelsea could give him some pressure.
Yeah, I will say one thing, Roundy has driven a superb race. Again, very similar to me going on mediums, yeah, exactly.
Just looking at the YouTube chat, Mark Hodgson has asked Gavin if Monza has bad memories.
Monza does have bad memories, yes, because I was coming out of Ascari and went kaboom.
Yes, you did, and do you remember who it was that you kaboomed into on that occasion in qualifying? Yeah, yes, it was. Yes, it was. How topical. Yes, you ruined my qualifying that day. Unintentionally. I will let you off for this occasion. I didn't pursue it with the stewards.
Ryan's just dived past Gavin there.
He has indeed. He's given me a little
Ryan's on a mission.
Hello. He is.
I think he wants to chase after Carl for a little bit of fun if he can.
No, I know what he's doing here. He's showing Gavin what is missing because of his changeover to the Haggis F1 team.
Oh, of course. You know, that is kind of Ryan. He wants to share the love with Gav as much as he can.
Well,
the McLaren is referred to as the love machine.
It is.
Girls Aloud once sung about this. They just said that they were just the love machine, but no, it's the McLaren.
Nah. This is the you'll never walk alone car.
Hold on, can we not please bring that disgusting slander and blasphemy into this sacred world that is Monday Race Club on a Wednesday?
On a Wednesday.
No, we're better than that. We're bigger than that, boys and girls, and non-gender specific people. Let's not offend. So a little bit twitchy there. Go on, Gav. You're in good range here. You open for some DRS action down the straight as well.
He's gaining on him already on the way to 130.
Ryan is there for the taking.
Ryan's on 25% ERS as well. Gavin's got 60-odd%.
All good exit from Gav. A bit twitchy, but so's Ryan. Here we go.
It's really hard not to be twitchy there.
A lot of overspeed. Gavin on the outside, Rambo on the inside. This is surely a done deal.
What
Ace
a move.
through. Lovely stuff. Mindful with a lovely lap there. 131.1. He is not pulling away from Chelsea though. He is pulling away from Chelsea. Melbourne has also pulled away. Mindful's taking Chelsea for 7th place.
If Carl's listening, I'm coming for you.
Carl,
fighting talk there from the Scottish Banshee.
Knowing Carl, he will be. We've got a request here from our fellow Stuart Connor, who does want to be in Tier 4. He must be saying this purely because of how good the racing's been. It's been fantastic. It's been a great race.
Mark Hodgson says, "Come on, Gavlar."
Gavlar? That must be a Gavin and Smithy reference.
Gavin and Stacey.
Oh my gosh, I got it wrong.
Gavin and Smithy. Is this a new TV show you fancy putting together?
I'm referring to the characters rather than the TV program, because let's be honest, Stacey's the worst part of Gavin and Stacey. The TV show, it's just a fact.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Uncle Bryn all the way, but anyway.
It's very well, shove you. You're here in the Japanese Suzuka.
No, I do it.
Connor says that sounded gay from Gav.
Hey, no homophobia, please. No. Sling your hook or I'll break your face. Anyway.
Anyway.
So.
Anyway, come on, YouTube stream. What happened to the jokes?
Yes, you know what? The biggest joke we've got here is the lack of comments. Come on, boys and girls and non-gender specific people.
Well, we're getting some comments. We're not getting any jokes.
We've got 21 live viewers, one of which is myself. I'm sure yourself. Oh, well, us three of the 21. So, other 18 human beings out there, or bots, whatever you are, please give us some light entertainment, banter.
Well,
inputs.
I know one of them sat in the next room to me.
Mrs. Lion King, Mrs. Nala, there you go. She could be Nala.
Mark said, what about his dog one further up? Let's have a look. What with that?
Oh, did we miss a joke? We are the jokes, clearly. I said the ramen one, and I told him I wasn't falling for it.
Yeah, they let me show you.
Yes. Oh, where's this dog one? I don't see a dog one here.
Neither do I.
So when did Carl pit?
Carl? Oh.
Around the time all the action were going off.
Well,
After
he's
you,
now...
the lap after you. The lap after you, mate.
Right, okay.
You found nearly 2 seconds on in the last 3-4 laps, so that's good pace, but probably a little too late. That's an interesting interpretation of track limits there, Mr. Jenkins. I advise you to please follow the track limits correctly.
Oh, here we go. Nala's come up with a joke. What did Sushi A say to Sushi B?
Hello?
Wasabi.
Oh, I like that, to be fair. That's quite good. I mean, compared to Mark Hodgson's jokes, anything's good, and that's definitely up there.
Connor, stop saying you're going to report us all.
Connor, it's okay. You can make a joke if you like. We'll listen
Instead
to
of saying
jokes.
you're going to report us, come up with jokes. If you don't have any, use Google.
And don't say my relationship status or Mark's. Oh, there's nothing to joke about with you. You're just a normal guy, to be fair.
Let's have a look at
Gav. Oh, Bergen's requesting we stop looking at Gav. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're giving him too much downforce. It's helping him catch Carl. You can see this.
We've got
good call.
We've got a cereal in front of me.
Johnny Smooth's
right.
just planted
I'm
one
just
past
looking
Virgin.
right now.
Oh! That was a power slide and a half.
Watching, yeah, Kellogg's had to get very off track to get out of the way of yourself and Rumbo. Meanwhile, we've got Johnny Smooth all over Purgemeister, going through the S's, fighting for 10th place.
Purgemeister had gone... Well, they'd gone for a move and then went into a drift.
Oh, right, that's it. Connor, that's getting reported. I'm sorry, but... Oh, when we said jokes, that's a low blow.
What joke was this?
Oh, he's implying that the city and the football team of where I relate is a joke. Oh, Johnny Smooth with a very deep lunge into the hairpin. It's not quite worked, but he's got the cut back. Can he come back? No, Purgemeister's got a good exit. He's implying the city of which I relate to, being Leeds, is a joke, which, bear in mind, he supports Reading, everyone. I think he is not in a position to comment. But we move. Avinash has thrown in a lovely comment here.
Oh, yes.
Father purchased Hondas with his entire life. Here is a civic duty.
Oh, Mindful's just lost it in the S's.
Oh, no. You tell you what, after all that happened earlier with himself and with Rob, there was it not Rob? Sorry, Melvin, I mean. There was a comeback was on the cards. That's a shame. Oh, Necromancer's gone off at the second Desma. Degner even. Oh dear. I need to go to bed, everyone.
I was going to say there was always a thing about on old Top Gear when they did a thing about Chinese cars, and they tried to do a Honda Jazz, and they called it a Honda.
They did. It was a Honda with a G.
It was a Honda with a G, yeah, and it was a Honda Jazz.
So let's go through, shall we? We've got Roundy in first, way ahead of everybody else. Carl in second, just coming through 130R. Ryan in that
for some chaos.
In that other Iron Brew Express.
Iron Brew Express, that sounds good.
That's what we nicknamed the McLaren last season. Gavin in hunting down the Iron Brew Express.
Actually, both of them low on ERS. Let's stick with it. Ryan's gone defensive.
Definitely.
He's made his move to the inside. He's closing the door.
Is the Haggis going past the Iron Brew?
Oh, Ryan backs out of it. Very sensible. He wants to preserve his race.
Nice move there, Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, Melvin's making
Thank
a leap
you.
on Demidad. Melvin and Demidad's getting a bit tasty.
Let's jump on board with that.
They're just behind on track where we were just looking, so through the S as we go. Both of whom are relatively low on the ERS, although Demidad's got 30% to Melvin's high teens.
I kind of saved back my ERS at the start of the race and started to use it a bit more because it's easy to completely use it.
Quick word of congratulations to all Tier 4 drivers. We've not had a safety car, and it's now lap 26. We will not be getting a safety car.
We've not had a retirement
race.
either.
And yes, there is no retirement. Both spotted. So
Let's have a look, see who else we've got. So
fantastic work, everyone. Good job.
Chelsea's kind of running his own race. Mindful Wasps in 8th, recovering from that unfortunate spin.
A good chunk back, but he's got plenty of space behind him to Purgemeister as well.
Yep. Johnny Smooth just seems to be enjoying his own race there in the
He's having a smooth drive. Smooth
Williams.
operator. Oh.
Time penalty for Notorious Kieran.
It's all spread out somewhat now.
TJ and the other Willie.
So where are our tier 2 and tier 3 drivers? So Carl's on a 3-place demotion.
Rambo's P4 and Demidad's P5.
So they'll all get 3-place demotions. But again, it just...
CBG Sambo.
Sambo and Gavin as well, but they're both out of the points currently.
Gavin is tier 4.
Gavin is tier 4,
I thought it was tier 3. My apologies, sorry everyone.
He was tier 3 last season, he moved down, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that was it, yeah, it was him and Melvin both did, I remember, sorry. It's easy to forget. Yeah, Sambo's P17 at the moment.
Do you want to know the worrying thing I've just seen in my little dash is my fuel light, no, not rain, is flashing red.
Go, you're flashing, Mr. Jenkins, and Rambo is very much on your tail.
I have decided that I may have underfueled.
I got news for you. The red car of Rambo does not have a flashing light of any variation. So
no, it doesn't. It doesn't have much ERS though.
Randy's about to cross the line to win, so just jump on board with him.
Yep.
Great job from Randy there.
Takes the win by quite a margin there. Well done.
Got Carl's next across the line with his teammate, a lap down, but with his teammate.
Yeah.
Line astern.
Nicely done from the Bulls, going over the line together.
The next across the line will be the dynamic duo of Night Shadow and Red Car Rambo.
I'll take that after a slightly eventual.
Followed by GDD himself.
Last lap. Hands on from Melvin.
Yep.
Who has some
Chelsea's just about to come over.
It's a good race from Chelsea. He stayed out of the trouble through most of the race, and he's done quite well from it.
Do you know he's just in theory missed? Well, it has just missed out on the podium because Carl will go down to 5th. Red Car will go down to 7th, through Gaming Demidad will go down to 8th, which means Chelsea gets up into 4th, because Carl essentially inherits 3rd. It's very strange. But yeah.
So let's see what we got. We've got Roundy with the win. Obviously on track because all results are provisional. Carl in 2nd, Gavin in 3rd, Ryan in 4th, Gaming Demidad in 5th, Chelsea in 6th, Melvin in 7th, Mindful Wasp in 8th, Rob Smith 9th, Purgemeister's come across 10th, Johnny Smooth 11th, Back Mazo's just come across 12th, TJ 13th, Gibbons just coming out the last corner now.
Yep.
To take 14th. Yep.
Yes, and that's your lot. Everyone else is either a lap down or already finished.
Do you know what? And again, I'm going to come back to this. Tier 3 and Tier 4, no safety cars. What happened to this? Tier 1 and Tier 2 safety cars? Come on, boys!
To be fair to Tier 1 and Tier 2, I think it was very late in the race in both instances, and there was changing conditions as well to be.
I'll just pull up the last joke while we have the podium celebration.
Roundy's podium celebration?
What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. Dean Lawrence says, I googled Leeds United jokes and it asked me to refund my search. So I then searched Leeds United and it returned no search results.
I feel hurt here, boys. Look, right. Oh dear. Dean Lawrence, that's if I remember rightly, that's Kid Dynamite.
It is Kid Dynamite.
What team do you support, Kid? Throw us in. Throw us a little comment.
So we got down to Gibbon, didn't we? So Notorious
did.
Notorious Kieran Tits 15th. Mr. Serial himself is 16th. Mr. Sambal 17th. Luke Shard 18th. Geke Matthew 19th. And Necromancer rounds us out in 20th. Lovely race though, boys. Nobody retired at all.
That was a very clean race in general. We saw a few collisions, but nothing huge. I know they're both higher tiers, but Demidad and Redcar Rambo and Carl as well, all making good progression through the field, as was Purgemeister, I must point out.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some fantastic race there tonight.
Really impressed Chelsea's ride today, personally impressed me. I really thought he did a great job, as we said. And of course Randy, did say from the get-go with him on that medium tyre.
Did you just say Randy?
Randy.
Oh, Randy! Randy!
This is Randy from South Park. This is Randy from South Park. Oh, it could be. Maybe that could be his new name, Randy. Maybe it could be Randy.
Randy Rowdy. There we go.
Yeah, what a race. Congratulations to all drivers. Fantastic result there.
Yep.
Definitely was a fantastic race.
And both of you, thank you very much, and thank you for having me do my little driving, although my dad has texted me to say, I don't think you should commentate and drive in future.
So, boys, we've got a little input here. Mark Hushin, not the T-side twosome, but good effort. Wow. Yeah, but you need jabs to be in T-side, so...
Well, he did put Yorkshire Duo smashed it well done, so we'll take that.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
White Rose.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, boys. That was a pleasure.
Thank you. As always.
Indeed. Brilliant. Thank you very
until
much.
next week, everybody. Have a lovely week, everyone.
Yep. Enjoy.
Definitely. Good night, everybody.